Welcome to the webinar. This is Gary Kellett from GaryKellett.com. So thanks for joining me. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the 3 steps to $30,000 a month strategy. And first of all, what I want to do is to welcome you all aboard. So, hey Daryl, thanks for joining me. Welcome, buddy. Peter, thanks again for joining me. And hey Stan, thanks for appearing first time. Chris, thanks very much, buddy. Welcome aboard. It's good to see you. Hey, Carol, it's really good to see you live on this webinar. And welcome, James, coming in now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing the presentation here. But as we continue, what I want to do is to make sure that you're going to get some value from this. So make sure you got any phones that are in your hand out of reach, so put them at arm's length away. Make sure you got a pen and paper so you can take some notes and get some real gold nuggets from this session here. So I'll be sharing some real insights for you. And if you want to have a get a drink or make sure that you're refreshed, please go and do that now, because we're going to dive straight into the content here right now. So what I'm going to talk to you about the 3 steps to $30,000 a month strategy. So let's go. So who am I? My name is Gary Kellett from GaryKellett.com. And who do I help? I help people like us who are starting out in their business, their online business, whether they're coming from offline or already online and struggling. What I do is I help them get a business set up. So that includes getting landing pages and squeeze pages set up that are proven and convert, so that you can get email addresses, and to then set up a system so that you can do emails and build an email list, and then to plug in offers where you can make money. So that's what I really help with, and it's a struggle to start off and to do this. I mean, I've been online 3 years now, and when I first started out, it was a real struggle, and I've learnt so much in the last 3 years, but I've had help with that. And what I do is I coach people and help them to create their business online, so they've got an online shop. So what is all this about? So the 3 steps to $30,000 on a month on an online strategy really comes from a place where I want to give you some information where you can take away today some information, some knowledge, and maybe some new learnings, and apply them so that you have takeaways and a way forward, so that you can start making money online, or whether you're making a little bit of money online and want to scale that up and take that from maybe a part-time to a full-time income, or whether you're already working, you're looking for an extra income where you can have more time, my time freedom. Because really that's what it's about. Is for me, is about having time freedom, spending time in your own terms when you want to spend time doing the things that you love to do. So my 3 outcomes from today really is you're going to have transparency. So there's going to be no holding back any secrets, any secret sauce. I want to give you full access to my brain, to my experiences, to give you some help today, so that you can take notes down here and then apply them in your business. And like I say, whether you're already starting your business and you're looking to scale it up, or whether you have no idea how to get started, the important thing is to be, for me here, my outcomes, to be transparent, so that I can share some real high quality content with you. And the relevancy part really for me is that there's a chat box on the right hand side where you can keep me on track and ask me questions where I can answer them and be very, very targeted to help you, because I don't know your level of experience while on the webinar here. And like I said, I've been online 3 years, but you may have just started, maybe 1 or 2 years into your online experience. But if you pop your questions into the box on the right hand side, I can answer them and be really highly targeted and give you even more of a better value. So real high value for me is continuing education. I spent a lot of money being educated myself online with success coaches and mentors. And obviously there's only so much that I can talk to you about on the webinar today and give you the information. I know you're going to be jotting this down, and I'll be actually recording this so that I can give you the recording later on. But what I want to do is to give you an opportunity to continue your education here, because you're here because you're someone who, like me, continues their education. They want to learn. They're into personal development and growth. But there's only so much I can do today to educate you. So I think if it's fair enough, I'm going to give you an opportunity to work with me and continue education later on in the webinar. But I'll let you know when that's going to come up. That's fair enough, okay? So how did this come to be? The reason why I'm doing this webinar? Well, back in November of 2014, which is last year now, the situation is I joined a business online, and I started hanging around with multi-billionaires. I went out to the Bahamas in September, and I spent 4 nights, 3 days on a high-level mastermind place with the owner, Matt Lloyd of Mobe, and that's me there, stood with Matt there. That's the 3-day event. Matt invited some of the top marketers on the planet to the Bahamas, and I took an amazing amount of information from that situation there, that event. There was something around about 350 people that have flown in from around the world to attend it. So I flew from Heathrow in London. So I spent about 9 hours traveling out to the Bahamas, and there's some guys there made northwards of like 450 million net worth, 4 billion sales. I was like picking their brains, and when they come off stage and ask them questions, but the content they delivered on stage for maybe 2 hour sections that they were doing was absolutely amazing. It really helped me start to basically got through the gears of my business to make more money and to make it easier and to automate it. And whilst I was out there, I was introduced to Shakir Hussain. Now, whether you know or aware of Shakir Hussain, he's a 26-year-old guy who's been making money online for the last 5 years, and he was in construction work before that until he started to make money online. He's spent something like $200,000 in personal development through mentors and coaching. And Shakir has really inspired me, because whilst I was chatting to him at lunch out in the Bahamas, he was talking about how he's made $1 million in a business online, but also at the time he'd made something like 800,000 plus in Mobe, which was, as I mentioned to you, Matt Lloyd is the founder of the business. But the way that Shakir had set his business up, living the lifestyle where he could go off and still make money but travel the world. But he did it from an email list. He was collecting email addresses. He had something like 60,000 email addresses, people that wanted to learn how to make money, and he was educating them and helping them. And when he was out there, he was telling me that it's not the size of the email list, but it's the hyper responsiveness of people opening the emails, clicking on links, and having the trust to buy Shakir's offers on there. And Shakir was promoting Mobe out there. That's why I was out there with him on the high level mastermind session there. But he was giving me some real insights on my business and what I could improve on and how I was doing it. But at that time, it just blew my mind how he was able to do that in other businesses as well, not just in the Mobe business where he was over 800,000. And he said that what he was doing, he was organising an event in November, which is a 3-day event for a Traffic Millionaire Summit, where he was Also invite in some of the top people on the planet on how to generate traffic on demand, how to convert the traffic, the eyeballs onto websites into leads, and also to convert them into sales. Because that's really what it's about, is having the lifeblood of any online business is about having on demand, sending traffic or eyeballs to websites, collecting email addresses and converting and making sales. So what he's doing is having this event. So I had a chat with him there, and I really bought into the idea that I'd go to the event. It's a live event, paid for. I paid immediately as soon as I came back from the Bahamas after talking to Shakir, and booked into the hotel for the event. Went down there, and I had a real amazing time there. I learned so much in such a short period of time, and he gave some real killer ways of generating traffic and also converting into leads. So that's what I did, as I really kind of connected with him. But when I was there at the Traffic Millionaire Summit, he introduced me to someone called Mike Dillard. And Mike Dillard had, I think it was like his second or third speaking event he's ever done. But Mike Dillard is one of the gurus in the network marketing industry. And he wrote the book Magnetic Sponsoring. And Mike was able to recruit people into his business, to create an online business through collecting email addresses, through sending emails, and to convert leads into sales. Mike had done something like $50 million online in 2 separate businesses. And the second one he was talking about at the event, he had no idea about. He was not an expert in the industry. He learned how to do that, but because of his magnetic sponsoring and internet marketing skills, he was able to quickly build a business, make it profitable, and start to scale it up. So I learned some real amazing strategies from these guys, and their realities, they're super simple if you know them and you apply them into your business. So what's my story, and why am I talking to you here today? So here's where I was. I've not always done internet marketing. I've spent my time in the corporate world, and gone back a few years now, I was working in a bank, and whilst I was successful in the bank, I was really wanted to make some changes in my life, because I was getting fed up going to work. I wasn't even on a 9 to 5 job. I was working till 8 to 9 o'clock at night, and I was using a role where I would go into teams in the bank, and when they were struggling, to turn them around, to identify why they're struggling, what the problems are, come up with different solutions, and to coach people to help them to turn around themselves, and also to the team. The things at that time in my life, I've been in the corporate world quite a while. Whilst I was rising up through the ranks, what I really came across was that the more successful I got, the less time I had to spend with my family. My daughter Bethan, who's now 13, she was around about 4 at the time, and my wife's now deputy head teacher, but then she was a teacher. And the reality was that I wasn't seeing much of my wife, and she was taking Bethan to school and dropping off in the morning, picking her up at night. But I was going to work, and then coming home 9 o'clock ish, and Bethan was in bed, so I didn't really get to see her grow up. And it really kind of struck me that this is repeating the same thing that happened for me when I was young. I didn't really get to see my dad until I was around about 7, because my dad was in the Navy, and the Navy in the British forces at that time was really about traveling. And I rarely saw my dad. I can hardly have any good memories of seeing my dad until he came out of the Navy and went into the fire brigade. But he was so often away that I was brought up through my mum and my younger brother, and I just realised that I was unhappy, really deep down. I needed to make a decision to make that change, but I didn't know what to do necessarily. So I had a conversation with my operations manager. My operations manager said to me, Gareth, it's not going to get any better. There's going to be weekend work. I could put you on to projects. And my issue at the time was really that I wanted to help people. I enjoyed the coaching side of it and help them turn the teams around, and always involved with seeing people develop. So I didn't want to go on projects. So he said, you can get a 9 to 5 job. So the world's a big wide world out there. There's lots of opportunities. So basically I resigned and decided to get a local 9 to 5 job. And here's the thing, when I resigned, within a week, there was a real shock to my life as my brother passed away. My brother, 16 months younger than me. And he had a good job, but he worked really long hours, and he rarely took holidays, and he was stressed out. So for me, in that moment, I knew that I'd made the right decision to make that change. But it was a scary place because I hadn't got a job. I knew that I wanted to make that change. I really want to spend more time with my family, and that was a driving force behind the change. But my brother's shocking death really was something that I knew that at a deeper level that I'd made that right decision, but I just didn't know what was going to happen. Well, how it turns out is that I went to a local company, a health and safety company. So I went in as an administration manager, so doing a very similar sort of thing that I was doing in the bank. But it was a 9 to 5 job, so it was pretty much from my house to my desk. It was a 10-minute drive, so I was probably saving around about an hour and a half to 2 hours a day commuting, which was great. I was able to drop my daughter off at school, so I could go into the school, watch her go and do a good day's work, and then come home at a really good time. So I spent more time with my family, and that was the icing on the cake, really. But whilst I was there, the guy that hired me, I connected with, and he started to go on a course to do neurolinguistic programming and hypnosis and change work, and that was what really, for me, was like something at the time that I really wanted to get into. So whilst I was good at helping people change, I wanted to help them change faster and to be more rewarding. So he went on a course, and within 6 months, seeing his results after going on a week's course was an amazing transformation. So for me, at that time, I took a risk, and I don't normally do this, but I put a week's training for about £3,000 on my credit card, and it was it's a scary thought to do that at the time, because I normally have to save up for the money to actually go on the course. And I went on a course, and within a week, coming back from there, I was able to do phobia cures, help people with anxiety, confidence. And from the neurolinguistic programming practitioner course and hypnosis, I just knew that I wanted to start that as a business to help other people. And over time, what I did, I built enough courage and made that change and left the corporate world and started my own business. Excuse me, from coaching hypnosis, and started to get clients. Excuse me, I'm just having a drink. And the thing is, when I started to get clients and get people to pay me for my time, I realized that was something that was great. But when I wasn't actually having with clients and being paid by the hour, I realized I wasn't getting any money. So I was still in a similar sort of situation with being an employee rather than being a business owner. What I wanted to do then is to find a way to have a passive income. So when I wasn't with my clients and I was with my family and enjoy myself, that I could earn money. And that's where I went into Google, as probably you've done, and typed in how to make money online. And wow, when I saw what Google showed me, I was overwhelmed. Didn't know what I was doing. So I did a lot more research, and I started to go around looking for different programs to help me. I joined them, and I struggled. It wasn't easy trying to earn money online. I didn't know what I was doing really. I was following some instructions. Excuse me. And it was tough. But since then, I've changed my life around, and I got to get on my own path really from those changes, as I said, because at some level I knew that I wanted to move on to become a business owner and not an employee, and spend more time with my family. And the path that I'm on now is is a different story, but I've made those changes, and pretty much like I said, is that I mastermind in the Bahamas with Matt Lloyd, the owner of Mobe, another multimillionaire internet marketers like Shakir Hussain and Chris Cobb, another guy that is helping me online. And it's different. It's because I've made choices. I mean, this is Chris Cobb, who has made $10 million online from the internet, going back over a period of 10 years. But Chris helps me. He's mentored me. He's given me some shortcuts to getting over these problems online. And it's a different story. Like I say, this is me relaxing in Bahamas. So there's the hotel. And whilst I was out there, I was swimming the dolphins, the bucket life experiences, feeding the dolphins here and riding on the dolphins is an amazing experience. But what I need to do really is just to look at the 3 myths that I've discovered while exploring online. Number one is the first one is the push button, get rich quick money. So you click a mouse, you get money. Let me tell you, I've spent money on this and it doesn't work. It's the only person that gets rich from that is the owner of the software. If you think about it, how can you get rich on a $27 product software? It doesn't work. And it's an easy thing to get sucked into, and that's like one of the first things I tried online because I tried to shortcut it. I didn't realize that to build a business at the time, it took effort and consistency and following the right path really. Excuse me. But there's shiny object syndrome, which I tried. You may have this, you have lots of emails coming in, certainly online in the first couple of years, as I get so many emails, so many lists, to offer for one new thing to do, and another one, another one, another one. I tried them all at the same time, got overwhelmed. The things like the shiny objects don't work. And at that point in time, I thought, I was trying to figure this all out myself. I tried some programs that worked and some didn't. And the critical factor really is that I needed help. And as soon as I realized that I was going to invest in myself and get the right coaching and the right help, here's the thing, I can't figure it out myself. I'd go to someone else who's already figured it out already and taught other people how to do it. But that took investment, I couldn't do it for free. Many people still try to do it for free and try and figure it out. But that's the long way of doing it. And I think it's the most expensive way rather than investing early up in a business. So what are the 3 steps to the 30K a month strategy? Step number 1 really is about having a product, so that you need to have a product to sell. So whether you either got your own product and develop that, or you use someone who already got a product and you piggyback off that and earn commissions from it. But what you definitely need is a marketing system. So that's step number 2. And then what you do is you drive traffic, eyeballs to a website. So with a marketing system, what you need to do is to have a landing page or squeeze page where you collect email addresses, and then you can follow up market using an email system. That's the most effective way to do it. And to drive the traffic is just having eyeballs to websites. And there are different ways to do that. So step number 1, the product. First, you need a product to sell to make money. Okay, so that's whether that's online or offline. That's a simple fact. So what you need to do really is have a product that solves a problem in the mind of the person that's either looking online, usually go into Google and put certain keyword searches in there, but it can be a digital product or a physical product. Yeah. But the idea is that you're looking at helping somebody to achieve a dream, to move forward in their life, to overcome a problem. So what you can do, you can be an affiliate for a product, like I mentioned just previously. Is what that is. You can earn commission from someone else's product, or you can create your own product, which takes time, investment. You've got to get that right, and it's way more difficult than people think. Or you can have a licensed product to sell, where someone's already been through the situation of learning how to create the product, tested it, made sales from it, proven sales. They got a follow-up system on there, and they got sales letters, sales videos to do that. And what you can do is you could license the product, where you can get up to like 90% commissions from that. So someone's already done the hard work for you, and you can move into that arena and get a license to do that. That's a smart and savvy way to do that. The thing is, though, what a lot of people do online is they become an affiliate marketer and use affiliate products. But here's the warning, is that when you're promoting other people's products initially, is that especially in the low end, the front end offers, they're $20, $27, $97. What you're doing is you're using your paid traffic to go into their system, and your traffic, your eyeballs to their offers convert a certain percentage. And what will happen then is that they become a buyer, and the back end of the owner of the product will then offer them other products at a higher price and high ticket and keep all of the profit. So you get nothing. Whereas what you can do is that you can have a licensed product, where what you can do is that you have the front end profits and also the back end high end profits. So that's where I look at, for my business and for the people I help, is looking for products to promote that get the best profit out of the business, so you can take the profit and keep buying more and more traffic, more and more eyeballs to websites, and build an email list. And that's what I do, and that's what I become successful the last 12 months in doing. That's step one on the product here. But what you can do, you can go to places like ClickBank, Amazon, Commission Junction, and that's where you can find affiliate products, the owners of affiliate products to sell. But like I say, you can do that, but there's high risk, certainly in like ClickBank, because with the products there's products there where you can make money, but there's a high refund rate. So you think you got the money in the bank, and then within, say, 60 days, someone decides to return it, and then you haven't made that money. So even though you spent your traffic or paid advertising, sending people to the offer, you've actually got nothing back from it. And so I think that ClickBank is high risk. And it's very similar with the other places that you go. You've got to be very careful on the offer that you pick. And I think that's where a lot of research comes into it, and also find out your own risks, really. So what you can do, like I said, you can create your own products, so audios, videos and ebooks, maybe webinar series. You can create your own products. That takes time and effort, and also skills to create it. Certainly with starting an online business, one thing I wouldn't do is recommend creating your own products initially, because it takes time, your own money, and there's a lot of testing and failure to go through that. Where a smarter way to do it really is for doing licensed products and picking those, really. So what's the elements of a good product? So like I mentioned, it's to help you provide a solution to a problem. So what you're doing is you're offering a solution to a problem to people that are looking online and helping them overcome these obstacles. So what you want to do is really you want to spend your time, your precious time is only promoting quality products. Okay? So what the elements of a good product, what would you promote that's ethical? So something that gives value to customers. Like I said, excuse me, I spent money on push button software and other junk online that I thought that could make me money. There's actually no value to it, so you've got to be very aware of what value it's going to add to people that you introduce it to customers. Because of course it's your reputation that's the important thing, the credibility that you have in your business. Because the more solutions you provide to your customers and keep them lifelong customers, the way you can do that is through offering high value products that help them solve problems in their lives, in their business lives, in their personal lives. You become more trusted by those people, and you can build a business from it, and you can keep scaling it up. And the more you help people in life indirectly, the more money that you earn. So what else is there? It needs to have a good converting sales video or sales letter, because ultimately you need to make sales and profits in a business. So you can take that profit and then keep scaling your business up and getting more and more profit out. And really the high commissions is the secret to getting rich. And what you need is for them to provide you with good promotional tools to make it easier for you to go out and get eyeballs to a website, to build up leads in the business, and also to make sales. So step 2, the marketing system. So what you need is a marketing system to capture leads, to follow up and convert them automatically. What I mean by this is the marketing system is that you need to have a system where you collect email addresses, because the reality is that people don't buy the first time. You have to keep following up and build the trust and the credibility, so that what you're offering to them in the mind of the audience really is it's going to help me, can they be trusted? And it's very rarely that happens first time. So you need a system where you can do this and automatically do this, so that it leverages your time, your effort, so that you can be free to go off and do what you want to do, whether it's spend time with your family. Like that's what drove me to go online and to do that, and to travel the world, whether it's to do more of the things that you just love to do. But that's what you need to have in the market system. So like I said, you need to build email list. So what happens is the asset, really it's a long-term asset, is having a list of email subscribers that you can keep offering offers that help them move forward in their lives, solve problems through the solutions that you're offering to them. And like I said, you can very rarely make a conversion first time. It takes many follow-ups to actually get someone to buy. That's the asset, is really is building an email list where you can grow and grow and grow this. Like I said, Shakir Hussain had around about 60,000 on his email list. And I spoke to him out in the Bahamas, and he had $800,000 from Mobe only, the business. And when I went on the Traffic Millionaire Summit in November, a couple of months later, on the third day of the 3-day event, he actually crossed $1 million in Mobe. So he made $1 million in multiple different businesses. And he's done this from email marketing, from building a highly responsive email list where he emails every day. He adds value to their lives, educates them and helps them. And he's made over $1 million. And that's how successful internet marketers make the money. This is what you need to set up. So set up with a money-making marketing system. What is it? What does it look like? So like I mentioned to you, you get a squeeze page or a landing page, depending on the language you use. Basically, it's a one-page website where you're offering something of value in exchange for the email address that you give, and then you collect that email address. And you can use an autoresponder that collects the email address for you. A very simple piece of software. And then what happens is when you collect the email address, what you can do is then direct them onto a thank you page which makes sales. So like I mentioned to you, that you need in the product really is a high converting, very good sales page, sales video on there to make money. And then what you can do is you can do follow-up pages, like what you call one-time offers, where you can introduce other offers to them at the same time that increases sales. And then you can offer a variety of different offers, so you get more and more sales. Like I said to you, the most important thing there is the email follow-up sequence. So you can use an autoresponder, but once you get the email and capture that email address, you can email them daily, do it regularly, as long as you're adding value to their lives, educating them, helping them, then you become a trusted advisor. And when you offer a solution to their problem, they're much more likely to buy it. And that's how you make your money. So that's your marketing system. And you can do that all on automation. You can set up in advance. And step 3 is traffic. So what is traffic? I mean, traffic really is, I'm talking about people that are searching online for a solution to a problem. It's the lifeblood of every internet business on there. So it's really getting eyeballs, views to a website on there. And it's very, very important that you do that. So the traffic must be targeted. So somebody that's already searching for something online on there, if it's weight loss and you're promoting, make money and products, and that niche, then it's not targeted. You must be someone who's looking to earn more money to replace an income, whether it's a top up a pension or replace a job. This must be targeted traffic. So when we're talking about traffic and eyeballs, really, we're talking about what's the best, the paid or the free traffic. So which is better? The paid traffic is where you're buying either clicks to an offer, and the free traffic really is, there is no free traffic. It's about exchange on time. So whatever you value your time at, that's really what it costs to free traffic. So there's a mix of that. You can have paid and free traffic. So the traffic generation methods that work really are forum marketing, where it is free, but it does take your time to do that. Like I said, if you're on $20 an hour on there and you take an hour to do it, it costs you really $20 to do it. So it's not really free, but it's just you're trading your time for it. So forum marketing is where you go in and you go to different forums online and you make comments on there, and then when you make comments and you're helping people, what you can do is you can put a link to your offer, and when they click on that, you can collect either an email address or you can make sales from that onto a sales page. And then there's content marketing, so that could be writing articles and then put them on the internet. Could be doing blog posts if you've got a website or a blog. So again, it takes time to comment, to create the articles, to post it, but that is free to do. And then there's paid side, which is email marketing. Like I said, Shakim saying uses email marketing very, very effectively, sending people to offers, building a list, which is the asset, and emails every single day. And that's paid, so using paid traffic to do that, and then using emails. Use pay-per-click or pay-per-view. So pay-per-click is you're paying per click on an advert. So you create an advert and every time someone clicks on it, you're paying for it. Same with pay-per-view. It's when you're on a website and some advert pops up, that is a pay-per-view. Again, you're paying money for that view, that click. You can use Facebook ads, very popular these days. Again, that is paid. But here's the biggest secret to traffic generation, is that you have to do it consistently. A lot of people fail because they try something and they give up. They think it doesn't work. They just haven't figured out how to do it correctly and to make it profitable. And that's the biggest thing that I've learned in the last year, is doing it consistently. Buying paid traffic, doing it in a profitable way. But truly, how realistic is this 3-step system here? So we got 30,000 per month, means really, when you break it down, is 1,000 per day. So if you want to make 30,000 a month, that's what you're really going to be focused on, is that's the income that you need per day. I think about it, how hard is it for you to make $1,000 a day if things you're promoting are $20 per sale? Really, you're looking at, if you work it out, the conversion, you need to have 50 sales every single day. And that's tough. But you'll never get rich that way. It'll be a struggle through paid advertising, through free marketing. It's a lot of effort to make those sales every day. But what if you made $1,000 or $3,000 or $5,000 per sale? That's much easier to do if you figure out how to do it and you have the right products to do it. But assuming you've got a pathetic 1% sales conversion rate on your adverts. So with 100 visitors in a 24-hour day, what do you have? 4.12. Okay? So you only need a measly 4.12 visitors per hour to make 30,000 a month with this system. But that's the 3-step system and strategy. It's simple, but it works. So as I said to you, step 1 is the product. So you find the right product. Plus you have the system of marketing. That's step 2. And 3, if you know how to drive traffic in step 3, then you'll make money. It's work for me, for my friends who made millions online. So how would you like to use this 100% proven money-making strategy for yourself? Imagine, what would that be like? What would you do with the money? How would it improve your life? But what if you don't know how to build a marketing system like this for yourself? And you probably got the question like this in your head right now. And this is what I had in my head when I first started. So what if you don't know any technical stuff at all? Like how to create high converting squeeze pages or get leads. Like I said, it's important to do that. And what about the product? What can I promote to make massive $1,000, $3,000 or even $5,000 commissions over and over again on complete autopilot without ever selling? How do you get traffic? Well, relax. I've got all of you covered here. I've got an important webinar only offer here. So you also get a special webinar only exclusive bonus for being on the webinar. It's worth, in real terms, $3,585. And that will give you a marketing system, access to traffic to build your profitable online business. But I'll announce that later so you can watch on. But you don't want to miss this. So how do you get all these exclusive bonuses? So you need a product that pulls in a massive 1,000, 3,000, even 5,000 commissions for you on complete autopilot without even selling. And this strategy will work for you, okay? It's got to work for you, because whatever reason you're here on the webinar is whether it's like me to have more time freedom to do whatever you want to do. It's important that you make the strategy work for you. And the good news is I found a great product to do this for you. And like I said, these webinar bonuses worth $3,585 are yours for free when you join the program for only $49. So after 2 years painstaking research, now I'm happy to present to you Mobe. So it's the fastest and easiest way to big commissions of 1,000, 3,000, even 5,000 on complete autopilot and without selling. So you can get the offer here at www.getstart.info. So ordinary people are making life-changing commissions and income with Mobe. And you see here from the checks here that have been raised, the numbers here. But these are ordinary people like you, like me, that are making money through Mobe. Now people succeed with Mobe, and like here's Mike Moran, who's made 6,203 in commissions in his first 30 days, when he wrote this Facebook post. And you can make this too. So people succeed with Mobe. I mean, this is Carolina Milan, and she's from Chile. She's what made at that point there was over $72,000 in Mobe, and get them the check on stage from Matt Lloyd, who's the owner of Mobe. So what is Mobe? So Mobe is a high quality, complete internet success training program. Like I said, I struggled online I've been online 3 years, but I struggled less, certainly in the first part of my journey here. But what happens is you get the high quality training here. So what happens, you get a 21-step program showing you exactly how to make big ticket commissions of $1,000, $3,000, or $5,000. Like I said earlier on, it's difficult to make $20 sales, $50, $20 sales for $1,000 every single day. It's very difficult to do that. So that's what you do. In the program is that you get your own personal coach to guide you through step by step, finally get the help you've been asking for. And with these coaches, they're proven online coaches that have made 6 figures plus online, and they've already been through the things that you've yet to struggle with or you've been struggling with. And they can guide you through and give you a business plan to set you a goal, so whatever goals that you want, and then break it down into manageable chunks where the things that you do every single day you know that you need to do, and you put it into action. So if you're someone who's procrastinated or struggled or didn't know what to do, this is for you, because these guys have already been through what you're going through or what's ahead of you, and they can guide you through this. And it's not about the push button money systems, like I said. It's not about the next shiny object. It's about staying focused, on track, on the right path, and having daily calls with them so that you can have a chat with them and work out what you need to do. So that's what Mobe does. It gives us no selling required. These guys actually sell for you. So really what Mobe is about, you is getting leads and traffic into Mobe system, where these sales guys will phone up for you and convert, so you earn commissions. So you sit back and you relax. You're picking up the 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 commissions off the back of these guys who are doing it every single day, very good at doing their conversions on here. They know what they're doing. So if you're worried about making phone calls or selling, these guys do it for you. So your job, and they teach you how to do this step by step, is to get people into the system, leads that are highly targeted, like I mentioned to you, that are looking to make money, like you, like me. And that's what Mobe is. So it's a completely automated commission system, so you get paid automatically. The crazy thing is that at the moment they're offering a $500 cashback, which is 100% guarantee. If you can't make $1,000 within 30 days of using the system, you get $500 cash PayPal into your account. So Matt Lloyd's a person of high integrity, and that's what's on offer at the moment. So all you got to do today is to join Mobe today and get all the exclusive bonuses and the webinar bonus
Alert from download Java components.
$3,585
To
for free.
view this web content, you need
So
to
step one is
install the Java
to go
runtime
below to
environment.
the Mobe Now offer here, which is www.getstart.info. And what I will be doing is, because I don't want you to struggle, I want to make it easy for you. So I want to give you a bonus, like you on the webinar today, and it's 4 30-minute private coaching calls with me on Skype. So it's a startup consulting. So what I'll do is I'll help you set up your squeeze and your landing pages. So the high converting landing pages where you'll get someone's email addresses, and what we do is we'll send them to a thank you page. I'll help you set that up, and I'll talk you through how to do that and help you set up your email autoresponder so you have a marketing system where you can use follow-up emails and make money. And the real value of that is $394. Because you're on the webinar today, that's bonus number one. So here's what you'll be getting. You're getting your own high converting marketing system that promotes Mobe and makes you huge commissions. Can generate leads 24/7, 365 days a year just for you. You can build your list. Like I said, it's an asset. It's a long-term asset. So you can promote other products, make more sales and more profit. And you're going to have a follow-up email system to make it even more automated sales and more profit in your business. And obviously that makes you more cash. And bonus number 2 is the traffic training. So the traffic training video that I've got. So I spent 3 days with Shakir Hussain on the Traffic Millionaire Summit. I produced 7 steps to getting unlimited traffic training from that. So if you're thinking about how do I get traffic to the Mobe offer or to other offers, this training that I've got for you here, the real value of that is $197, and you can get plugged into that straight away. Bonus number 3 is the traffic sources. So I've spent a lot of money on advertising. So at my business, I spent so much money on traffic and generating leads from that. I've gone through different offers, found out really good traffic sources, and also eliminated the ones that have been poor in there. So I'll plug you into my proven high converting traffic sources. So it gives you the shortcut, and there's no pain for you to try and source it yourself. So I would say that the real value for that is $997. And also I've got a bonus number 4, which is secret Facebook group. So I've got a secret Facebook mastermind group where I help the people on my team on there overcome their problems, any problems that they've got in terms of getting their business started or ongoing problems that they come across. And I help them overcome those problems and give them different solutions that they can help themselves through from that. And it's a community in there, it's a family environment there that we can help each other. Like I say, we mastermind and help each other. So the real value for that is $1,997, and you can get into that straight away. So you get the lifetime access to all these bonuses. That's a summary of the exclusive bonuses that are worth $3,585 when you act now. Like I said, you get exclusive bonus number 1, the 4 coaching sessions, the real value of $394. Exclusive bonus number 2 is the traffic training. So you can watch over and over again the training there, so that you can get your own traffic to your offers. You get started with that, and the real value of that is $197. Exclusive bonus number 3 in the traffic sources. Like I said, I'll give you a list of my traffic sources, and the real value of that is $997. And exclusive bonus number 4 is a secret Facebook group that I'm going to put into you straight away, where you can ask us questions ongoing. It's not limited, so you can continue to that, and that's a lifetime. The real value of that is $1,997. So the total bonus, that because you're on the webinar today, is the real value is $3,585, and that is free when you join Mobe today. So to get started, you go to www.getstart.info, and there'll be a an application form to fill in, and where you process your credit card details. And once you're in there, you'll have your own traffic coach. And when you have that processed, contact me, and then I will give you all the 4 exclusive bonuses here. So again, like I said, it's for the webinar. And check when you're on the page that the referring affiliate is Gary Kellett, so it should be saying at the top. So I'm looking forward to you to partner with me today. Like I said, that I've spent time with internet marketing millionaires and high-level mastermind groups. I learned a lot from these guys. I've implemented it in my business. I've made money from this. I travel the world, and I also spend the time with my family now, which is important to me. I look after my daughter, who's 2, the youngest one. I look after her 3 days a week. 2 days I work online, and I've spent so much time and effort setting up my business to automate it, to live this lifestyle that I want you to join me, and I want to help you get started. So this is the 21-step program here for Mobe. So get started here now, and I'd love to help you with your continued education. Like I said, I've given you some golden nuggets here and to help you, so you can take these away right now. So get started, and I'd love to help your continued education and help you create an online business that works for you and gives you what you want, your time freedom, make money, and to help you going forward. So here's to your success. So go ahead, go to www.getstart.info. This is Gary Kellett from GaryKellett.com. Thank you for being on the webinar, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks and goodbye.